The environment is just an undirected stream of raw visual and auditory data. It possesses no inherent meaning or aesthetic value until it is processed by a human observer. This schematic maps the ancient Buddhist concept of dependent origination. It outlines the idea that consciousness does not exist independently. It only arises when a sense organ contacts an object. The eye meets a form, which triggers a feeling, which generates a craving, which ultimately creates a localized sense of reality. Alara's lens simply accelerates this ancient psychological mechanism. It tracks her micro-expressions and eye movements, mapping her desires and feeding them back to her in a continuous high-speed loop. Which she perceives as a vibrant, breathing world is actually a tightly sealed digital echo chamber, constructed entirely out of her own sensory feedback. The 19th century philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer defined human consciousness as being driven by the will, a blind, ceaseless striving for satisfaction. Ilaran tunes the algorithm's attractor to appease this will, curating a perfectly harmonious digital existence. The resulting architecture is immaculate. A serene fractal garden assembles itself in real time, designed specifically to satisfy her precise aesthetic and emotional cravings. But the philosopher Alan Watts warned that the ego, the identity Alara is trying to satisfy, is nothing more than a somewhat arbitrary selection of past experiences we've been taught to identify with. The Buddhist philosopher Nagarjuna took this further.